YouTube, what is up? This is Shatner's Prodigy, and I'm coming at you today with a short compilation of videos that I recorded during the testing part of this format. This first duel is just a duel between me and DevBot. I just do some standard Fabled Quasar things. And before we get into the duels, I want to give you a couple reasons why I haven't been recording. Number one, I am a student, so summer ended and my free time was decreased dramatically. Really, it was kind of just cut in half. I just don't have as much time as I do. But I have been able to record a bunch of replays on DevPro. Also, I haven't been motivated. I've just been, kind of slacking in that department, I guess. And a huge reason why I was able to make this video today was that last night on Dueling Network, I was getting on to make a 3.5 axis Fire Fist deck. I was very interested in making the deck. And, after Galactic God put out that deck video, I thought I would tinker around with it. I like it so far, but as I was doing that, I got a message from a user named Poderpoo, and he said that I and my channel had inspired him to make a Fabled Quasar deck. And my face lit up. I was so happy, I was so joyed, and I was just glad to know that I had made a difference in one person's life, and we got together, we doled. He was a great kid, he had a good deck, we talked a bit. Then he showed me the power of Cloudians, and man, that deck is a closet deck. But anyways, to get into the duels, here you see me just pull out a Fabled Quasar. Pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary. And yeah, so the reason why I was testing out these different pure Fabled builds is because Lightsworn Fabled no longer works. It's just a deck concept that died with the limiting of Soul Charge. I wish I could tell you differently, but I mean, I just can't. So, I tested out a few builds. I think later on you'll see a Piper Chaos version. You'll see, I think I even did a Destiny Hero Fables at one point, but I don't think I ever won. That deck didn't work. The idea behind it was that I could use the Destiny Hero D-Draw engine with Diamond Dude to get mad draw power, but really just didn't end up going that way. It ended up me just bricking, either drawing 2 main Destiny Heroes or drawing 2 main draw spells, and I just couldn't get to my pieces fast enough. Anyways, that's the end of the first duel. And going to the second duel, I'm facing Yang Zings. This was one of my first duels on DevPro, so you're going to see me make some very interesting misplays regarding just game mechanics that I wouldn't have to worry about, and I probably would have misplayed on a Dueling Network. On the subject of DevPro versus Dueling Network, this is the Piper Chaos deck, by the way. Piper gets Torrential Attributed, which is not good, because now I'm not able to use his effect to draw, but it happens. So I do like DevPro better than, I do like DevPro less than Dueling Network. I feel that Dueling Network has a more organic feel to it, the pacing is faster, and it just feels overall better, you know? So whenever I do record Fabled Quasar vs. the World 3, it will be on Dueling Network. But I do have a massive library of DevPro duels, so I'll probably put out, probably later today, maybe tomorrow, video with some sped up DevPro duels and some music over it. I just want to put this video out before that to just show you that I will be trying to upload more. I'm sorry I left you guys hanging, as Poderpoo showed me. There is a market out there for my videos. Thank you again for that. And yeah. So getting into a few changes I've made with the deck since Lightsworn Fabled. Obviously I ditched the Lightsworn engine. I also ditched most of the Shaddoll engine. And so as you see here, I have King of Bio in my hand, which is a tech I considered because it special summons a level 1 from the graveyard. And it's a spirit monster, so it gets bounced back, so I thought it could be like a nice formula engine. And here you see I rip Soul Charge, which as you're going to see is going to be pretty relevant pretty soon. And yeah, back there you saw I left my field pretty unset up with just a Reagan and a Librarian, and I didn't attack. That's because I know that Yang Zings play the hands, they play monsters that float, and he has to plot well in the field, so I didn't want to like give him more draws. But anyways, I know that Yang Zing's not a very aggressive deck, so I just decided to leave it open and hope he didn't make a play. There used to I use Desynchro and Formula Synchro, but nothing gets special summoned. And that's because I'm not good at game mechanics, and I forgot that Kinkabio is a spirit monster, so it can't be summoned back with a Desynchro, or special summoned at all. See, I mess up there. No one's fault but my own. Anyways, whatever happens. So moving on to the duel. He sets his Phoenix Wing Wind Blast and summons Junk Synchron. And then flip summons 2 monsters and goes for Mistworm. And because I don't know how chains work, I activate Shooting Quasar Dragonus Chainlink 3 without realizing that's going to negate Chainlink 2, which is TG Hyper Librarian. So I should have probably hit no and then hit yes later on, so luckily, well, we'll see what happens. Anyways, so yeah, I've also dropped machine duplication from most of my builds, as well as 2 tuning wares. Machine dupe I found was inconsistent. It really is. It just doesn't work. Well, it works at times. You've seen it work in this video, but the vast majority of the time I'll either dead draw it or dead draw tuning ware. It just happens. Dead draws happen. But yeah, I've also dropped Photon Lead. It was good in Lightsworn Fabled because it special summoned the monsters you wanted to get special summoned, like Lumina, Garoth, Raiden. But in newer builds, there's just too much stuff that doesn't work with it. Like Glow Up Bulb and other cards like Level Eater and the Dragons. So I swapped it out for Double Summon in my current builds. Double Summon's really good because, unlike Photon Lead, it is a quick play spell, so that means you can discard, you can set it down, summon Reagan, get your draws, then flip it and normal summon again, unlike Photon Lead, which you would have had to keep in your hand and lose a draw. And anyways, here you see I'm just destroying this Yang player, there's nothing you can do. So that's the end of that duel, and moving on to the 3rd duel. This video is only 4 duels long because the 5th duel didn't record right, and I just couldn't watch it again, because at that point I'd watch it over 2 times, and I didn't feel like watching it over it again to record it, then watching it again to commentate it, because I feel like my commentary would be a little bit boring at that point. My commentary is already unfocused, but you know, it happens. So here I'm facing zombies, and as you see there, I probably could have gone for some play, but I really just using a Raven, discarding Lurie and Cerebel to summon Reagan, and then saying Dark World Dealings. I like Dealings this format, it's pretty good. I mean, it does trigger Shadow and Burning Abyss, but you're gonna auto-lose against those decks anyways, you don't have much hope, unless you open Godly and they just throw their deck into a fire halfway through the duel. With the new El Shaddai fusion card, Shaddai's just destroy you even harder because they can just make wind at any point during your turn, which really is bad. There you saw me use Ayers Rock Sunrise, which I like. It special summons either Chawa, Ganashia, or Cerebel at some point during our combos, which is very helpful. And here you're seeing able to pull off Quasar because of it, so anytime it does that, I'm happy. So overall, I feel the deck is pretty strong this format. I don't brick too often. I brick maybe 40% of the time, which considering Fabled Quasars is not bad whatsoever. If you're really happy with that ratio, I mean, yeah. Oh, and here you see me able to pull off Double Quasar, even though summoning Double Quasar using Soul Charge is about as skillful as pressing a Summon Quasar Now button, but whatever, I'll take it. And this turn you'll see why I feel like I'm not the best with a Quasar on field, because I don't negate anything, even though I have 2 Quasars on field. I'm always overly cautious with my Quasar effects, because I just don't want him to, like, I don't want to negate like a Zombie Master only to have him play, or get a Dark Hole on me, you know? I just want to make sure I save it for the right time. Anyways, doesn't matter, I'm able to swing in for game here, and we're moving on to the 4th duel shortly. And it is versus Geargia. I haven't seen this deck in a while. I'm glad I'm not seeing this deck a couple of formats ago when it was at full force, because otherwise I've been staring down 5 back row right now. I mean, that's just the way gears are played. You can't wreck it, you can't smack it for that. Here you see machine dupe being used in a way it's never used. I mean, almost never in a situation where that can happen, but also drop Foolish Burial for my decks. I mean, it's good, but it just doesn't do what I wanted to do at times. This was an earlier version of my deck. I think I've changed a bunch of things now, obviously, since it still has Photon Lead and triple tuning wear. But hey, I mean, things change. That's what happens. So really, you're seeing a bunch of obscure tech in this stole that ends up working out. A bunch of tech I've dropped, like Machine Dupe and Photon Lead, all just working together in a nice way. But trust me, look at that Godly Rip there. Yeah, honestly, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see me pull some Godly Rips, because if I didn't get a Godly Rip, why would I upload it? I mean, to be fair. But yeah, you're able to go for Quasar and no, that's the other duel, sorry. In this other duel, the one that got cut from this video, I was facing down this guy, and he made appeals on me, and I didn't really... Here is a grade A mistake, because I didn't go into Armades, which you're going to see in a second here that I checked to make sure I had Armades, but if I had gone into Armades, I wouldn't have had to waste my Quasar Negate on Gear G Gear, and I could have saved it for a possible Gorge, because Gorge just really isn't what you want to face. And, I mean, if you get Gorge, you get Gorge, but there's nothing you can do. Anyways, if he goes for Gear Giano, summon Gear G Gear, and he goes into 101, which, I mean, 101 gets negated because Quasar can do that. He is the boss monster of boss monsters, and in the end,